Thank you, Roxanne, and the SBI Chamber of Commerce for organizing this event. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today for the State of the Island Address. I would like to also thank Police Chief Claudine Carroll for being here, our new Fire Chief, Jim Pigg, our city staff that was able to make it. Joe Rico wasn't able to make, Councilman Rico wasn't able to make it, and Ken Metters had something else coming up, and then Randy Smith, our city manager, he got stuck in jury duty. So I don't know which is worse, listening to me speak or jury duty. All right, and I want to thank the county commissioners, Senator Lucio, everybody else for being here. Thank you very much. All right, before we start this presentation, I'd also like to thank every city employee for their dedication to South Padre Island. They're the ones that keep this island running. I would also like to thank the island volunteers. They assist the council and staff moving in the right direction. Looking back, much has been accomplished and highlighted in the 2018-2019 annual report. This is a comprehensive report on the city's programs and services over the last year. Currently, we have several venue tax and city infrastructure projects underway, such as Padre Boulevard medians, boardwalk, and sidewalk improvements project. I'd like you to know that the city staff is working with contractors to halt construction during peak times and major holidays. This is just one of the many developments we have beginning this year, and I hope you will join us next Wednesday, January 29th at 11 a.m. near the Convention Center to break ground on this project. Another project in the works is the Quiet Water Sports Park. This is a project that is also funded through the venue tax. We have signed a property lease to develop an area designated to quiet water sports. The city is working with, pending council approval tomorrow night, Hanson Professional Services to perform surveys, obtain necessary permits, and get this project rolling. Last year, we received a $500,000 grant to complete phase 2 of the Tompkins Park. The grant has many components that are needed, but we are all happy to see the skate park become a reality. Right, Carrie? Right. All right. Tomorrow night, the council will be approving the submittal of the base design to Texas Parks and Wildlife. There is much work to be done, and I hope to break ground this fall. Ongoing projects that are in the works are the Ad Hoc Healthcare Committee, Laguna Boulevard, and the Convention Center expansion. The EDC has completed a feasibility study for the micro hospital, and community health needs assessment is almost complete. The council will be forming an Ad Hoc Healthcare Committee to investigate a feasible path to our healthcare issues. Moving forward, the Convention Center is presenting the completed updated Johnson study tomorrow night. One of the key components I'm most excited about is the expansion into youth sports tourism market. The growth potential for this market is endless and matches our island core values. Families to the best beach in Texas. Laguna Boulevard, there has been a lot of discussion regarding the condition. Laguna has been neglected for years, and the council is working to address it. We are in the final stages of completing a survey of Laguna Boulevard. This is a key component to start the redesign of Laguna Boulevard. We are planning to reflect its use as a resident boulevard with nice landscaping, walkability, and leisure personal athletics. We'll be working with the Laguna Madre Water District in the design and construction phase to upgrade the water and sewer lines. It is my goal to have this project rolling in the next 20 months. There are 2 developments I'd like to update you on. The city and Cameron County continue to work together to bring cruise ships to the island. Cameron County completed the cost analysis of the Port of Call. The report indicated the cost is above the initial estimate, but the Cameron County Commission is still moving forward on this project and researching the possible funding mechanisms, including a public-private partnership. We've had several meetings with the members of Cameron County Commission, and they're exploring all the options. The city is looking forward to the regional MPO meeting next week. I and several city officials have had several meetings with members of the MPO, and we hope to officially join the MPO and work together towards the development of a second causeway. With that being said, again, I'd like to thank the City Council and staff for their hard work and dedication. The last 6 months has been challenging yet rewarding experience, and I look forward to continuing working with my friends on the council to move our island forward and complete several of the infrastructure projects. Next, I would like to introduce our CVB Director, Ed Caum. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Island Partners. You know, the thing to market is memories, and memories are made by experiences, and that I think is what this island really provides. Looking back over this past year has been fun. Thank you for choosing me to be your CVB Director. Been here since March 18th, so I got a little bit of taste of spring break, and we're already planning to make this next spring break better and safer than ever before. We have a little video that we produced that has parents explaining to their parents why it's important that they go to spring break and why they should go to the island. The Atkins group has done a lot of fun. It's like going on an environmental trip. Well, no, it's really more like just taking time away to get away from my education, but at the same time do stuff with friends. And then there's some really off-the-wall stuff, which makes it really cute. And that ad dropped all over North America, I believe, on the 20th, I think is when we rolled that out. So in looking at moving forward here, thank you. This is one of those eye charts that if you see it all the time, you really understand it. So I wanted to break it down in a little bit different a way so you could understand it. So year over year comparisons from 2018 to 2019, hot tax collections for FY18 were right at 8.25 million. This last year for fiscal year 19, it went to 8.4 million, which is a 2.98% growth. So we almost hit 3% growth in hot tax collections. For us, just a snapshot of daily available rates over that course of that year, the daily rate average grew about 6%, the occupancy grew about 8%, and the RevPAR grew 3.54%. And Barry and our hoteliers on the island want to see that RevPAR really grow because that's really what it costs they make to flip a room. So that's where they really have their growth. For a snapshot of December, because we know the island slows down, I've got some good news to report. For this December, occupancy was up 6.3%. The average daily rate was down 1.1%, so it was a little cheaper to get a room here, but the RevPAR was up 5.1%. So we had a really positive December. The Courtyard by Marriott, owned by Barry and his family, have added 204 more rooms to our inventory. So that's really important. So that's additional income that's going to be generated from that. And if you've not been to Bar Louie, I'm doing a little commercial here. It's great. On the heat map on the next slide, the one on the right, the hot red areas show you where more people are coming from. So we use these analytics monthly. We actually track them weekly, but we present them to the board monthly. So anywhere you see a red spot or an orange or a yellow, I guarantee you we are marketing in those areas. So we're actually using statistics from VisaView and also from Arrivalist data that we can gather to market directly to people who we know are coming here. We've got emerging markets happening right now, flying out of Denver down into Texas, and those two emerging markets are Portland and Seattle. So we'll be talking to them a little bit more as well. Mexican visitation is picking up as well, and their spending is also up. And next slide. These are some of the things that we have been called out for. So it's a long list, but there's a lot of things that this island is known for. And I wanted to share with you something that we kind of do quietly in the background, but really is what produces this list, and that's earned media. So the press releases that we do and the news stations that come here and report stuff and our travel bloggers that do stuff that we bring here are talking about us. And we got last year, and this is conservative, 3,600 media mentions in the last year. We reached 2.42 million people with these earned media. Again, it's not paid media. We're not paying for this. This is done by press releases and inviting people to the island and taking care of them when they're here. And that's total media value of unspent dollars was $5.3 million. So we're having an impact just in telling our stories. So when Nikki does her press release that talks about I Love SPI, we just sent that out. When with Christina in Beach puts together these beach baskets so you can come and pick up toys, we're taking that and we're using that to tell our story that we are sustainable, we are eco-friendly, we are affordable, we're where you want to be. Mayor, you want me to go ahead and introduce Ms. Darla? So one of my partners in crime, we're working on a development study right now too with what can we do with the birding center to create an additional venue. But Darla and I spend a lot of time in meetings and we have some exciting guests here.
Yeah. Want to get my speech now?
No, I'll walk back.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I would like to thank the Chamber of Commerce and Mayor McNulty for allowing me the honor to speak to you all today about the city's Economic Development Corporation and what we have been up to this past year. The first thing I want to talk about is sales tax. The EDC is funded from the 8.25% of sales tax collected. The state keeps 6.25%, the city gets 1.5%, and the EDC gets 0.5%. That's what we get our funding from. 2019 was a very good year for sales tax revenue for South Padre Island. The first chart on the left shows sales tax collections for the past 10 years and shows the consistent growth year after year. The chart on the right is for 2019 and shows the outstanding 8.23% increase in sales tax revenue and how this compares to the 4.7% average increase for other cities in Texas and the 4.9% average increase in counties in Texas. The increase in the Texas cities and counties is a good jump, but South Padre Island almost doubled their performance. This increase can be attributed to the 12 new businesses that opened in 2018 and another 15 new business openings in 2019. The most recent resort market analysis commissioned by the EDC shows the island had over 5 million visitors this year, and 4 million of those were day trippers. So our main market is the Rio Grande Valley. The next items I want to discuss are EDC projects and programs. The first is the new Art Business Incubator, or ABBY for short. The ABBY is a public-private partnership between the EDC and Nancy and Ray Hunt. The primary objective of the ABBY is to support the growth of art culture in the SPI community in a way that is sustainable and to enhance destination development that attracts visitors both on and off season. A group of 5 artists have been selected, we just got our 5th one this week, have been selected for the initial year of the ABBY. We have 3 painters and 2 ceramicists. These artists will be incubated in order to establish themselves as professional artists on South Padre Island. The ABBY is a collaborative environment where participating artists create art in their studio space and sell their completed pieces in the ABBY Gallery. Everybody stop by and shop. There's some great stuff there. The incubator hosts monthly events on the 2nd Saturday of each month, and UTRGV provides business training for the artists. Alexa Ray, a local girl here, was hired as the program director for the ABBY, which is located at 2500 Padre Boulevard in the heart of the entertainment district. A separate 501c3 nonprofit corporation and board were formed to oversee their operations. The next 2 slides are programs developed by the EDC in the last few years. The first is the Facade Improvement Grant Program for businesses located in the form-based code area. The objective of the facade improvement grants are to enhance the appearance of the business storefronts, which can result in more customers and increased sales. This program also ties in with the city's objective of island beautification to make this a preferred destination for our visitors. These facade grants are a 50-50 match with awards up to $25,000. Previous recipients of the facade grants are F&B Restaurant, B&S Kites, and in 2019, the Island Fun Park and the new Jake's Restaurant that's about to open. I am currently working with 2 other businesses on applications for 2020. The EDC is taking applications throughout the year for these facade improvement grants. To review the guidelines and applications, visit our website, which is southpadreislandedc.com. Another program I'm going to speak about today is the Sand Dollars for Success. Sand Dollars for Success is a business plan competition that provides working capital to island businesses in order to increase sales revenue and to create or retain jobs. Existing businesses who apply for the competition will be competing for a grant up to $25,000, and new startups who apply compete for an award up to $10,000. That's the new rules this year. Previous recipients include Kingfisher Gallery and Taxidermy, Island Cinema, the Native Plant Center, and the SPI Art Space. The 2020 competition just kicked off yesterday. The procedures, guidelines, and intent to compete form can be found on the programs page of the EDC website, which is southpadreislandedc.com. It will be open until February 10th. Then the businesses have 2 months to write their business plans, which are due April 30th. Those who score well on the business plans then move on to like a Shark Tank type sales pitch, and the winner is selected. Other projects and programs the EDC is currently supporting are the Birding and Nature Center, the Friends of RGV Reef Artificial Reef Project to promote our fishing and ecotourism industry, securing a healthcare component to our area, a deep water marina for larger boats, and the UTRGV Kaufman Fast Track Entrepreneurship Training Course. In 2019, the Birding Center had its 10th anniversary and became an alligator sanctuary through a partnership with Gator Rescue in Beaumont. The visitors and admission have doubled since the alligator exhibits were opened in May. A separate 501c3 nonprofit board also oversees the operations of the Birding Center. Their mission is to expand educational outreach, broaden the level of research and development, and provide an enhanced experience for the visitors and residents of South Padre Island. Through partnerships with local school district, the Birding Center has connected with thousands of students, providing educational programs about the importance of the environment in our coastal region. The EDC and CVB have partnered to hire a consultant that is developing a business plan to create an additional nature attraction to expand the Birding Center and have another amenity for our visitors. Thank you for listening. I placed business cards around the table. They're by the vases, and if anybody would like to apply for any of those programs or look, just go to my website or give me a call. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Ed. Thank you, Darla, for educating us on the EDC and the CVB and the development and the growth of South Padre Island. Again, thank you all for being here. Thank you for the Chamber of Commerce and Roxanne for putting together this event. And thank you to all that came here and care so much about South Padre Island and the growth of our community. Thank you. Have a great day.